Well, for us, they're extremely important. First of all, they have such reach to a large community. They have great relationships with the university. They've sponsored leadership programs. So from our point of view, we want to really partner with Ascend Canada. And for the main reason is for access to talent. What is important is that you hire the best, the highest performers, the most talented people. Where diversity comes into play is you need to ask yourself, if you look at your senior management or your entire company population and you see that it doesn't represent the population, I think you need to really ask yourself, why is that the case? You may not intentionally ever discriminate, but if you want certain people that, for example, always speak up and challenge people openly, culturally that may not be something that people are used to, or that's not how they do things in their culture. They have a different way of speaking up, right? And so you're not intending to discriminate, but if you're saying this is the kind of person I want, right? And I think that we need to focus more on what we want accomplished and what kind of people will do that versus some traits that maybe in some cultures, not others. There's a lot of things that companies do that don't discriminate intentionally, but actually do exclude certain groups of people. If someone had told me, is it difficult being a woman in order to succeed, I would have said no. Until I had a child. For women that are younger, it would be extremely difficult to still try to have a career and to try to balance, because companies don't allow balance and don't allow flexibility. And I think that that's not just important for women, but it's even important for future generations where men will want to play a greater role. Treating people the same can in some ways be discriminatory. So you could say, okay, well, I have the same rules. Everyone has to work till 7:38. Well, that's great, but if you have a young child, that's actually not a great rule. And that's the kind of thing that I think that we really need to change and companies really need to think about. So the more we do talk about diversity and performance, like I mentioned, the greater the awareness. And from our viewpoint, Ascend represents such a huge Pan-Asian community, and which is a huge portion of our population. So again, if you want the best talent, you have to look at where you can get it. And I think partnering with Ascend will give us a big access to a lot of talent.